What if I told you there's a 5-minute prayer that can completely transform the energy of your day, that can help you get out of bed with purpose, face challenges with confidence, and sleep with the peace of someone who's lived every moment in God's presence? Stay until the end of this video and discover the secret that thousands of people are already using to revolutionize their mornings and their lives. Have you ever woken up feeling like the day started wrong before you even got out of bed? That feeling like your worries are already waiting for you on your nightstand, along with your phone flooded with notifications? If you're tired of starting your mornings on autopilot, racing against time, and feeling disconnected from what really matters, then this devotional will revolutionize the way you start each new day. The truth is, most people give up the first moments of the morning to the world's urgency emails, news, social media, without realizing they're wasting the most powerful opportunity for transformation there is. There's a simple yet profoundly transformative prayer that has the power to change not just your morning, but the entire trajectory of your day. When you put God first, before any distractions, something extraordinary happens, your perspective shifts, your heart finds peace, and you discover that it's possible to live each moment with purpose and divine presence. Get ready to discover how a well-started morning can be the secret to a completely transformed life. This isn't just another prayer, it's an invitation to experience God's presence in a way you may never have imagined possible. Imagine waking up and, instead of reaching for your phone, you extend your hands to the sky in a simple gesture of surrender. Starting your day with God first isn't about following a religious ritual, but about establishing a genuine connection before the world invades your thoughts. It's like tuning the radio to the right frequency before you set off on a drive when you find the divine station. The entire journey flows with more clarity and purpose. Lord, may my first word be a prayer, my first thought a blessing, and my first breath be one of gratitude for another day of life. Before emails scream for attention, before the news tries to set the morning's mood, you deliberately choose to place your heart in the hands of the one who knows every detail of the day ahead. The practice of seeking God before any other activity is like planting a seed of peace in the fertile ground of the morning. When you make this choice a habit, you notice a subtle but powerful transformation. Urgencies lose some of their strength, worries find perspective, and you discover an inexhaustible source of strength to face any challenge. Start with just 5 minutes. Enough time for a sincere prayer asking God to guide your steps, bless your thoughts, and transform your heart into sacred ground where His presence can dwell. It's amazing how these first moments of divine connection can create an atmosphere of serenity that lasts throughout the day, reminding you that you are not walking alone on this journey called life. When you learn to ask for specific blessings in your morning prayer, it's as if you're handing God a detailed map of your day, asking Him to illuminate each step of the journey. This isn't a list of selfish requests, but a genuine invitation for divine wisdom to guide your most important thoughts, words, and decisions. Lord, bless my mind so I can think clearly, bless my mouth so I can speak with love, bless my heart so I can act with purpose. This comprehensive prayer recognizes that we need direction in every area, from the difficult conversation we'll have with our boss to the extra patience we'll need with our children. It's like asking God to be your spiritual GPS, recalculating your route whenever you stray from the right direction. Divine guidance works in surprisingly practical ways when you genuinely seek it. That seemingly impossible decision suddenly gains clear perspective during a morning of prayer. The atmosphere around you literally changes when you ask God to bless not only your actions, but also the environment where you work, study, or socialize. Ask for wisdom to choose the right words in that important meeting, for discernment to recognize the opportunities He has placed in your path, and for sensitivity to notice when someone around you needs a gesture of kindness. When you place your daily responsibilities in God's hands through prayer, you discover that it is a unique way of transforming mundane tasks into eternal purposes and seemingly small decisions into great opportunities for growth. There's something profoundly liberating about opening your diary in God's presence and saying, Lord, this is my impossible schedule. These are the deadlines that keep me awake at night, and these are the worries I carry around in my heart. Surrendering your anxieties to God isn't an act of weakness, but of wisdom. It's recognizing that some burdens are too great to carry alone. When you bring each commitment, each deadline, and each source of stress to the foot of the cross, something extraordinary happens. A weight that seemed overwhelming suddenly finds a resting place. It's as if you've been carrying heavy stones in a backpack and finally found someone strong enough to share the load. God, take my worries and give me your peace, take my anxiety and give me your rest. The practice of surrendering worries through morning prayer is like doing an emotional spring cleaning before starting the day. Those unspoken prayers that get stuck in your throat, those fears that whisper in your ear in the weary hours of the morning, that feeling of running out of time, all of this finds a safe place in the hands of the one who promised to give rest to the weary and burdened. It's not about pretending problems don't exist, but about recognizing that there is a source of strength greater than your human limitations. When you genuinely surrender your worries in prayer, you find yourself able to breathe deeper, think more clearly, and act with more confidence. It's as if your heart finally finds a safe place to rest, knowing it doesn't have to solve everything alone in this new day that is beginning. True transformation happens when your morning prayer extends beyond the first few minutes of the day and becomes a continuous conversation with God. Imagine being able to transform every ordinary moment of traffic jam, the coffee break, that walk to the bathroom into small, sacred encounters where you can hear the divine voice whispering direction and encouragement. When you ask God to be present in the small moments, in the seemingly insignificant routines and silent pauses, you discover that there is no such thing as a secular moment in the life of those who choose to live in God's presence. Lord, may I find you in the supermarket line, hear you in the silence of the elevator, and feel your peace even amidst the chaos of the office. It's like carrying a spiritual walkie-talkie that is always tuned to heaven's frequency. Sacred ground isn't limited to temples or moments of formal worship. It extends wherever you bring your awareness of God's presence. That tense meeting transforms when you say a silent prayer for wisdom. That difficult conversation with a family member gains new perspective when you pause for a moment and ask God to guide your words. Divine presence has the power to transform atmospheres, soften hardened hearts, and open doors that seem forever locked. When you cultivate the habit of recognizing God in the details of your day, you realize He was there all along, waiting to be noticed, waiting to be invited to actively participate in your journey. It's like discovering you were never truly alone, just too distracted to notice the divine companionship that has always been by your side. When you genuinely experience God's love in your morning prayer, something natural happens. You become a channel through which that same love can flow to those around you. It's not about forcing conversations about religion or trying to convert anyone. It's about carrying such genuine light that people are drawn to the peace you radiate. Lord, use me as your instrument of love today where there is tension. May I bring calm where there is despair. May I bring hope where there is sadness. May I bring joy. This prayer for loved ones and strangers who will cross your path transforms you into a kind of walking spiritual therapist. It's amazing how a word of encouragement at the right time, a genuine smile, or simply a willingness to listen can be exactly what someone needed to keep walking. Being a reflection of divine love doesn't require grand, heroic gestures often. It's the small acts of kindness that bring about the greatest transformations. That colleague who's going through a difficult time and needs someone to believe in them, that person on public transportation who carries an invisible weight on their shoulders, that child who just needs someone to truly see them. When you pray to be a light in the darkness of others, God has a surprising way of placing in your path precisely the people who need what you have to offer. It's as if you become an extension of God's hands in the world, bringing His compassionate heart to places where He wants to touch lives through your availability. Amen to every life you manage to positively impact, because every smile planted, every hope renewed, every heart comforted is an answered prayer and a blessing multiplied. After all we've shared, a question echoes in our hearts. When was the last time you truly gave God the first moments of your day? Not as a religious obligation, but as a genuine encounter with the one who knows every detail of the journey ahead. The transformation you seek may be hidden in the simplicity of a morning entrusted to the right hands. Imagine what it would be like to wake up tomorrow knowing that you are not facing the day alone, that every challenge, every decision, and every opportunity have already been placed before the one who has the power to transform impossibilities into everyday miracles. How about making this morning prayer not just a habit, but a lifestyle? How about discovering what it's like to live each morning as a new opportunity to experience God's presence in a real and transformative way? If this devotional touched your heart and you want to continue this journey of spiritual growth, subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. Every week, we share content that will strengthen your faith, deepen your connection with God, and help you live with more purpose and peace. Leave a comment telling us how you plan to start tomorrow with God. Share this video with someone who needs this message. And don't forget to like it so more people can discover the transformative power of a morning entrusted to the Lord. Your prayer life is just beginning, and the best days are yet to come. May God bless your morning, your day, and every moment of your walk with Him.